Hello and welcome back to the Broken Doll, and tonight I come to you with the Flapper doll, or the Boudoir doll of the 1920s. I have finished her, except for one little thing which you will see coming up. There's one more thing I have to finish, but here she is. She is completed to the best of my ability. My sewing on this doll was not the best, but this is her dress that I made her. It passes, but if you take it apart, you'll see that I made oodles and oodles of mistakes on it, and it covers her, but I learned a lot, and that's the most wonderful thing from this doll. I learned many things. From her little shoes, I just hot glued on a little bow that came off. I don't know if these were given to me, which I got a feeling they came from Janet, but if so, Janet, there you go. They're going off to a lady for her doll, and they fit her, you know. They're not, well, they're a nice shoe for her. They wore like a slipper type shoe. Some wore high heels, and I don't have anything like that for her, but it looks really nice with her. I put a little bow, so it's a skirt and a blouse, and the problem that I had with her was when connecting her hands back, her material was so ripe. I had to sew this one here, like sew it, because the wire was coming right through the material. So I was like, every time I put the wire in, it was going through the material. I thought, okay, this just isn't working. The material is just too far gone. And I'm going to be sewing, which is what I had to do. So I thought, okay, I got to stop it. So I wondered, what would it be with zip ties? I might have to go to them. So I had some reborn zip ties here. And so I took them out and I put them in, and they worked. I didn't like it because it leaves a little white knobby showing, which is right in here. We have this little white knobby showing off. But I put some lace on her dress, on the sleeves, to kind of hide it a bit so we don't have to see it. But it's there. I love to put the wire back in, but that means then rebuilding her a whole new body. But then now we're taking away from her originality, her original body. And we're trying to keep her as original as possible to the best we can. And that's where we're at. So anyways, I think she looks very dignified. She looks really nice. You know, she's, my problem, now if I was to tell you what my problem was with the dress, it was making the dress go over the breastplate. I was okay when it came to the slender part of her. It was going around her breastplate to make it work. I thought I was going to run out of the material because I made so many tops, but I learned a ton by my mistakes, and that's how you learn. I have never done this before. This is the first time I ever sewed something like this. So I think I did pretty good, but I know if a professional person or somebody's really good at sewing came in, they probably go, oh my goodness, girl, what were you doing? And I'll go, oh yeah, I know, I don't know what I was doing either. But to all of us beginner sewers out there, I think, you know what, I did pretty good. But I mean, I am ripe beginning. Like I said, the first time I ever made anything like this. So I'm proud, but yet, I don't want to say ashamed, but embarrassed a bit, because I wanted to do so much better, but I don't know how to do better. So I'm going to take some courses. There's some courses at a local sewing place here that I'm going to take some sewing lessons and try to better myself. I know you can watch on YouTube, but it's just not enough for me to learn this. But I hope they accept the dress. And you know what? When she's sitting, she looks great. Now, if they want to take her themselves and go get her something nicer, I don't blame them, okay? If that's what they want to do. But if they don't and they're really happy with it, I'm not charging them anything for it anyways. So there's no money out of their pockets. All it was experience for me. And that's why I wanted to do this doll, is because I got 2 more up in the attic and I've never done them before. And they're this size. So now I know what I got to do and not do. And, you know, sometimes that's how you learn the best, is by just doing. Jump in and do it. But I'm pleased with her. I'm hoping tomorrow I can do a little ditty with her tomorrow. So be ready for that. I'm hoping tomorrow. If not tomorrow, because it's raining out. I'm on bike. We have no vehicle. So something that we're going to be getting coming up probably. But right now we're looking at me biking there. And I don't want to disturb the rain because we need it so bad. My ground outside is so rock hard. It's just awful. And this is, you know, so this rain is like a nice rain. It's not like this pounding rain. It's just a beautiful rain. So I think I just want to sit and enjoy it tomorrow. But if I can, there's something I have to go and buy tomorrow to do this with. And if I can get out tomorrow, I'm going to go do it. And I'm going to put this on for you. It's a little ditty about her. I think she deserves a ditty. You know, a little ditty do before she goes off to her family. I have one more doll that they brought in that needs a foot put back on. That is not going to be so terrible on me as this one. That's why I took this one first, because I knew this was where the attention really needed to be. I look at her makeup. I wish I could do better. I did the best I could because I'm not used to, like I said, first time ever doing a doll like this. It's my first of everything on this doll. So I think her wig looks nice. I looked at a lot of wigs of what these dolls wore, and they wore from ringlets to short bobbed hair to whatever. They had a lot of different hair wigs. So I didn't think this one looked so bad. I wanted to give her more of a 1920 bob type of thing because women were cutting their hair. I think that's what she needs is a shorter hair, not so much a longer hair. I want her to be that that rebel type woman that's you know, coming into her own being, of letting the dress not drag on the ground, coming up to her, above her ankles. I wanted her to have the bobbed hair where she was, you know, testing the limits of what women were doing at the time, because it's just in her attitude. I see it in her attitude there, wearing her heavy makeup and, you know, but yet being very respectable in many other ways. So I think she looks beautiful. I think she turned out really quite nice. Now I still have to wash her little she's got nylons on, by the way, everybody. These are her nylons. I hope you can see those nylons. Let's see if you can see her nylons on her. We're going to zoom in on those nylons. Her sexy little nylons there. There we go. I bought her a pair of nylons when I was bringing in some wigs. So there we go. There it is right there. There's her nylons. They come up to her knees. So we got to get her pantaloons on. She has no undies on right now. So, but I think she looks, you know, I'm proud of it in one way. And yet I want to reach in and do more, you know. So it's a real quandary when you're into, you know, and feelings of what your work is. That's why I don't want to do work for other people right now, because I'm learning so much right now of my own dolls and the mistakes I made. I don't want to make mistakes on other people's dolls, but I'm going to be honest with you, this doll was falling apart. I'm glad they brought her to me because she needed the work. She needed it bad. She'll get another 50 to 7,500 years out of her by just letting her sit. She's not a play doll by no means. She cannot be played with. She will fall apart. Her body is ripe. You can almost put your fingers through her body. So she has to sit and be, she's like doll eye candy, I call her. But there's, you know what, a lot of them are like that. You're not going to get away with that when you got a doll that's 100 years old. That's what she is. She's a 100-year-old lady here. So she needs to be respected for that, and her body does too. She's, you know, so yeah, but she's gorgeous. I think she turned out really nice. Do I want to do better? Yes. Could I do better? I think I did the best I know at this time, and as I get better and better, I hope to give more to her. But I didn't want to give her the full lips. I wanted to give her, the women in those days were sucking in their cheeks and giving that that little perchy lip. You know, there's a name for that lip, they call those lips when they gave it, but it's like a little pucker lip. I didn't want to give her those full lips that they some of them have. She needed that 1920 perchy lip type thing. And you know, I wanted, like I said, I wanted her to be that rebellious woman. So there we go. I hope you enjoy what you see here, and there's more to come. Thank you for joining me, and tomorrow I'm hoping to have a little bit more done on her, this little ditty I'm going to do with her. So there she is. Isn't she sassy? All right. Thanks for joining me. Bye-bye.